Right, so I've been busy again. Got a few hours in on the engine bay. You can see what's changed in here. What I've done, I've basically to get this out and to make it work properly so that I can get it out properly and easily, quickly, and that sort of thing. What I've had to do once I've cut around all the edge here, all around there. Basically, what I've figured out was I can't get it all out in one piece without making it look sort of rough. I'd have to cut further inside to get it out properly, obviously, because it comes over the lip and everything here. None of this is obviously fitted this side, but that's where the lip and everything. So basically what I've done is I've made it into two sections. So this piece here, obviously you can see, is one piece there, and then the other piece at the bottom here. And obviously that will fit on the frame as it did before, basically. So it's looks all right, and obviously when it's all trimmed and covered and everything else, you won't see any of the gaps or anything like that, so it should look good. Yeah, so what I've basically been doing, I've done the first layer of filler. I've been flattening this back with a grinder, getting into all these areas around here, recut the holes here. You'll notice this one's closer in than that one. That's because that speaker's not fully over yet. It's got to go over slightly. Yeah, that's basically what I've been up to on that side of things. Obviously the next job on here is going to be to refiberglass a bit on here, because I actually went slightly too far. I'm going to make this a nicer shape, so I'm going to refiberglass this a little bit to get a nicer shape here, and that should be pretty tidy after that. And obviously I've got to do a bit of fiberglassing work to get it all straight, bit of filler work, get all these gaps and stuff sorted, and obviously all this area here has got to be trimmed back a little bit so there's a bit of room for the engine to move here. Yeah, so that's the general gist of what's going on there. And also I've put a picture up of some tweeters I've just got. I'll show you those. I've got a couple of them here. I bought 4. I'm going to need a bit of help with this actually, if I can. See what you think. Basically I've got some Edge Pro 37, what are they called? 37, where are they? Edge Pro EDB, is that? Pro 37Ts. They look pretty beefy, they feel heavy to be honest. They're 75 watts RMS, I think it says on here, 150 watt max, so don't worry about that. 75 watts RMS, this is from the DB series, so it's the proper top line spec series. It's got like a little bass blocker type of thing on there, which is what I'm definitely going to need, I think, for when they get put on the amp. They'll be fed about 65 watts RMS roughly each, so they should be fine. What I need a bit of a help with is, I'll zoom out here, because I don't know where to put them. I don't know what's going to be best here, because you'll notice if I come in here, originally I was going to have 4 in here, but how tight it is, it's very tight. I was going to have either, well, I can't fit 4 in here basically where I was going to put them. I was going to put 4 somehow in this pillar. It's just not going to work. It's going to be proper in your face, too bright. The sound's going to be horrendous. So it's either going to be a case of somehow fitting them like, well, fitting one like that, sort of pointing towards the passenger seat where it's sort of meant to be, but obviously either probably straight like that. Problem is, it might foul the inner windscreen. We're going to have a perspex screen in here, but I'll explain that in a minute. And then obviously the other one would then have to go sort of down here, probably in this area, so it'd be relatively bright sound wise again, but it would be sort of right by you. I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm sort of looking for some advice a bit on here, see what's the best plan. I do have another option whereby where they're sitting here on this one, see what, I'll show you outside. Okay, basically, right, so as I said, there's going to be a normal windscreen on here, standard windscreen, so that'll obviously come up to the normal lines of here, so that'll go across there. This metal frame inside, probably some people wouldn't have seen this before, where this metal frame is inside here, which goes along there, obviously down here to about there. It's also going to go across there. There'll be a metal piece that goes across there as well. I'll chop this section of the dash out and fit that in properly as well, get it all fiberglassed in properly and bolted in. So basically, if I come down here, okay, there'll be a perspex screen 10mm thick all the way along here. So it'll start on this side, so it'll be sort of raised, I don't know, about the width of my finger, let's say, there, and obviously it'll come down here to that frame, go all the way across over there, and that's going to hopefully produce less flex in the windscreen in the car itself. So what I was thinking was, if it's an option, I might recess. I might have two of these sort of fitted there, but recessed in. So two over there, and obviously two over that side. In fact, I'll put one over there so you can see roughly where it's going to be. There we are. So I was thinking, sort of two over there, and basically recessed in. So cut holes in the dash, put those in the top there, and they'll basically be firing at the Perspex screen, which I know it's not really ideal for what people normally say. It's not best to fire off the windscreen if you can help it. However, that's mainly because of the waves sort of having longer to travel. It sort of cancels, it sort of delays everything. However, the screen's going to be that close to it. I don't know if it's going to make much difference. It might actually sound okay and make it actually sound less bright rather than sort of in your face, because it's that close. It might be better to sort of dumb it down a little bit. I'm looking for a bit of advice on here as to what you think. Yeah, I'm thinking two of those recessed in there, firing off the top. And that might, obviously got four in there anyway, but that might sound quite decent. Either that, or as I say, it's going to be either one like that and one down in there, or one like this sort of thing. As I say, problem being, it's going to be very tight on. In fact, it's not even going to fit, is it? I'll have to cut into the dash a little bit. Problem is, then you've got to mount it, so and obviously be able to bolt it in. So the plan, what I was thinking was, obviously I can probably do it in there, bring it forward a bit, and it probably would just about fit, no problem. Doesn't really matter about vision side of things, because there's no vision in this thing anyway. So it's either going to sit there and be boxed in nicely, but obviously I can only use two. I have two at the bottom, or it's going to be two here, four here, sorry. But the thing is, there, obviously, when I've got the screen's going to go in first, so then I've got to be able to mount these in the hole. Well, luckily they're already tweeted, so it doesn't really make a difference, but I could not bolt them in, and I could silicone them in. Well, Tiger seal them in probably is the best plan. So make a hole with a nice flush finish, maybe even angle them very slightly, so I might be able to actually angle them a tiny bit like that, perhaps. That'd be a pretty good idea, wouldn't it? So recess it in. That might work, actually. I didn't think of that. If I make it like a... Where are we? If we make it like a bit of a... Cut a hole there, like that. But then angle it slightly, so that will then sit inside there. That might work actually pretty well. I sort of angle it over there. That might work well. Obviously, I can only have two again. If I had four, don't know. Not sure on that one. Or failing that, you could have them angled this way, but I'm not sure that's going to be the best for staging. You could. I mean, there's plenty of room there. I could have two angled slightly in there as well, and that would obviously be more vocal outside the car. But yeah, anyway, this turned into a bit of a long video, unfortunately, but let me know what you think, if you can. I'm looking for a bit of help here. See what you think. Some of the audio gurus here, so what sounds best. And comment if you can, that'd be great, and subscribe if you can as well, that'd be brilliant. And I'll do another video as and when I can, and probably even get this started off, to be fair, soon, when I've got an idea of what's going on. There we go, job's a good one.